So, let me set the scene here. That will entail a little background, so bear with me. I mean, really, bear with me. If at any point I seem like I'm rambling or long-winded, just tell yourself or nudge each other and say, well, bless her heart, her head blew up. Okay, the opening matinee had gone pretty well. In what had been a bad summer for both my friend Merritt and myself, acting in this two-woman show had been the only shaft of light, and we'd looked forward to it. We'd worked our asses off. We had an abbreviated rehearsal time, and we still felt good about it. Luckily, of course, the audience didn't know any of this, nor were any playgoers aware of the chaos backstage, such as painting the set beginning only at 11 a.m. that morning. I'll confess, I was terrified that afternoon, but we got through it before an audience of 10. So onward and upward, right? As we dressed for the evening show, Merritt and I kidded each other, horsed around. I heard the pre-show music kick in, and I did my ritual. A quick en el nombre de Padre, del Hijo, el Espíritu Santo. And I told myself this will be over in a couple of hours, and I can have a drink and relax. Except this time, somehow, I didn't buy it. A couple of hours. Get a drink. Relax. I had a weird feeling it was never gonna end. Ridiculous, right? The show was going well. Merritt and I, quite frankly, were cooking. For a time, anyway. I now know that it happened sometime toward the end of Act 1. I didn't start to feel the full effects until after intermission, and then... yeah, well... the it I'm referring to, I like to call it, that time my head blew up. Not overly snappy, but it's either that or I spent 4 years in New Mexico and all I got was this lousy brain hemorrhage. So, we came out of intermission and my head starts to hurt. Terribly, and I'm still performing, pushing through, telling myself that I know what I'm doing. I don't. I have no idea what I'm saying. I was not really in control of what I did. My voice sounded flat and mechanical, but we went on because I didn't know how to stop. So, I remember the director shouting at me. Not unusual for that ass, but unexpected in front of an audience. And then I heard him tell the crowd that the show was canceled. What? And then we went to the hospital. Someone asked for my cell phone to get my emergency numbers. My family. I couldn't use my left hand. My time at the hospital is remembered, if at all, in flashes, as snapshots, jagged shards of recollection. They add up, I guess. For instance, as appreciative as I am to the staff of the ER, why do they ask questions if they aren't going to listen? My favorite was the medical history drill. Is there a chance you could be pregnant? Not without a miracle. What was that? Beg pardon? They talk in fevered whispers among themselves. Is she pregnant? She might be pregnant. We need to know if she's pregnant. Hello? Did you notice a bright star or 3 wise men following me in here? Then there was a CT scan. I told them I was claustrophobic. I told them. Yet they were surprised and angry when they had to sedate me. And let me add that sedated does not mean stupid or deaf or unconscious. I heard the cheery instruction that someone needed to notify my next of kin. Gee, thanks. Just because someone lies on the brink of becoming a human-sized can of V8 does not mean that they're not there. They are. I was largely out of it. I mean, really out of it for about a week, but a few things stand out in vivid technicolor, such as the exorcist who came in to administer the last rites. With this particular priest, I would have found frightening even if I hadn't been immobile and really thirsty. Dressed entirely in black, he gazed dolefully in my direction, advanced slowly for added drama, loomed over my face and intoned, "Would you like to discuss your mortal sins?" I wondered what was next. A pop quiz? Maybe a PowerPoint presentation? Other moments and thoughts that somehow rise into the top of the murky soup of that period include the realization that a week into this picnic I still had stage makeup caked on my face. Watching SpongeBob SquarePants is infinitely more enjoyable on morphine. That all the time, day in, day out, I was cold. That even though the whole initial episode sometimes seemed like an elaborate joke, it was unlikely to be so. For reasons of logistics, if nothing else. It would have taken a lot of planning to have set up the cranial bleeds, the projectile vomiting, the care flight, the priest, my brother appearing at my bedside to read me from a Harry Potter book. I don't know anyone that organized.